What's up, geeks? I'm here to tell y'all that the trans debate is fucking over. We won. And you want to know why we won? Because we're in the right. And you know what? I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. They want to debate me about who I am. They want to tell me what my existence is like. Other people want to tell me who to be, how to act, how to fuck you. I'm here to tell y'all that the trans debate is fucking over. It is done. We won. You know why? Because I'm smart and nobody else is. Nobody's smart but me. I am the smartest person in the galaxy. You can look into my eyes. You can see straight into my brain. You can see everything going on right now. You can see into my fucking soul right now. You know I am serious. There has never been a more serious human being on Earth than me in this moment right fucking now. I am the god of gender. I love you. I'm concentrating all of my gamer energy into my mind.
Aura farmer, aura farmer.
Okay. Any one of you in your lives, if you ever took a gaze at a transgender and you thought to yourself, ugh, I have one thing to say to you. Die. Transgender people didn't just pop out of a little hole in the ground one day on Tumblr in the year 2013, you know. We have been around for millennia. We have always existed. We are a special strain of humanity that there is, you know, recorded history detailing our lives and our being, our very existence, our Riz, if you will. We are the coolest fucking class of people on the planet. If you're not trans, you're just kind of innately, like, less interesting as a human being, you know?
I wholeheartedly agree, as the camera person. Just saying. I'm with you. Every step.
Every single step.
How do you feel? You look nervous as fuck.
I am.
You look super nervous. Your own camera.
How dare you?
You get to edit, it's not even live. Why are you so nervous?
I have a strong feeling that everybody who has ever been transphobic at some point in their life, you know, it's just, you're just like, what's the word for it?
Well, it's like willfully ignorant, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to be dumb, almost.
I'm trying to think of a word that really...
Obstinate?
Maybe? What's like a word that cuts to the core of just like in the most, like the deepest level possible of wrongness a human being can achieve.
Totalizingly oblivious?
Yeah, like, it's not just about being wrong. It's like you don't know anything. Like,
yeah.
You have no idea who you even are or what planet you're living on. You have to, I don't know, put in, like, the slightest bit of effort to understanding what anything is before you open your fucking mouth on the internet. Like, I do not stoop to the level of debating with people who want to debate, like, my existence, my identity. Because, I mean, first of all, anyone who is willing to debate that, anyone who wants to make that their mission, what the fuck is wrong with you, first of all? I'm not stooping to your level. And secondly, what is the point? You know, I keep seeing this on the internet all the time. You know, someone says something stupid and transphobic, and then they all get like these like 50 billion like, you know, lib shits in their replies trying to argue with them, tell them, well, actually, you just used a pronoun, so what you said doesn't make any sense. Everybody has pronouns, nerd. It doesn't fucking mean anything. You cannot convince these people just with pure facts alone. You cannot use your logic. You cannot reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. And none of them are reasonable. And I know that because I did do the research, okay? There's like a ton of shit you can go online and read about all this. And you know what's even worse than that? You shouldn't have to. Because at the end of the day, no one can tell me how to live my life. You can't tell me how to be or what to label myself. Because at the end of the day, who am I hurting? Nobody. And you're a fucking idiot if you think I am, because you don't know me. Love being in nature. Makes me feel like Steve.
Minecraft Steve?
Minecraft Steve.
To quote Dimitri Martin, any toy can be a sex toy. Location, location, location. I do feel like those people, like you're describing, literally don't know where they are. Like when you said it feels like they're not, like they don't know what planet they're on. I'm like, yeah, like don't you want to know, like why things are happening around you?
Yeah.
You know, like people just see things happening, like that's a bad thing. I wish it wasn't happening, and it's like, but don't you want to know why? Don't you like? Aren't you curious at all?
Yeah,
Lack of curiosity.
That's it. That's the word I was trying to find. Incurious.
Yeah, there you go.
Deeply incurious people. Holy shit! Thank you.
Yeah, shout out Ted Lasso. The whole show is about how incurious people are the downfall of society and themselves first.
I've never heard of that person, but they're incredibly smart for thinking that, because it's true.
It's like an Apple TV show with a lot of Apple phones in it. But it's cool. It's I call it a good boy TV show. It's like if you want to be like, if you're like a boy, but you want to be like a good boy, you can watch that show and you'll probably get something like worthwhile out of it.
That's wonderful. That's what this world really needs more of. It's
good
more
boys.
Good boys. Yeah. Because too many of the boys, you know, they kind of suck. And the problem with our society is that a lot of boys don't want to admit that to themselves. They have to find someone else to blame. It has to be society's fault. It has to be women's fault. It has to be the government's fault. And, you know, everything sucks, and yeah, like, there are tons of people you can blame for your problems. I know I do. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, there's only so much you can control about what's going on in your life. At some point, you have to take the reins and say, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing. And, you know, that's what I did. And I love and respect the hell out of myself. I don't think I can bring myself to respect anyone who is so incurious and incapable of doing that to the point that all they want to do is tear other people down. Like, the fuck? What's wrong with you?
You heard it here, folks. Corona is going to poop on camera, live, right here in the woods.
Getting pooped on.
Do you dare her?
Getting pooped.
You don't even dare.
Getting pooped on. You little bitch. You little shits. You come here. You talk to me through the camera. I can smell you from here. You took a shit. I can tell. Every single person who has ever told me to, you know, off myself on the internet, on social media. Anyone who has ever come at me telling me that I'm a freak or that there's something fundamentally wrong with the way I am. I just bully them the hardest I possibly can. And I think this needs to be more normalized. I don't think you should treat these people with any amount of dignity or respect, because if you give credence to their position, if you validate
you're humanizing something inhuman. Like they're not. They don't deserve that level of dignity if they're not going to treat you with that level of dignity.
Exactly. Like, I cannot engage with these people on a human level because they already decided I'm inhuman for reasons that don't make any fucking sense, you know? If you're gonna hate me and come at me with all that much venom for no reason, as far as I'm concerned, that person is evil.
Yeah.
And, like, stooping to the level of debating with that person just validates them too much.
I can't trust a person who has so little empathy. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to believe in your humanity if you cannot express, like, basic empathy, you know?
Exactly. And, you know, that's really what it comes down to. This world, this country especially, is severely lacking in empathy, because the more isolated we all become, the less we understand each other. And, you know, it's the reason why everything is so divided nowadays. We're all in our own little bubbles. We forgot how to feel empathy for other people. And, you know, I try my best to navigate my life with, like, a certain amount of empathy for, you know, like, fellow human beings, but no matter how much shit I've been through or how many times I've been, you know, I have been wrong in the past, it's just like, I wish y'all would stop trying to fix things by fighting the wrong people. You really have to know how to pick your battles. At the end of the day, you know, trying to change one transphobe's mind, it's not really going to do nearly as much as just, like, shoving those people out of your mind and out of your life, doing your best to escape those fucking people, and, like, just like do the best you can at being you, honestly. I mean,
it's time you could be spending like helping another trans girl to be, you know, dealing with her situation instead of like trying to fight some guy who has nothing to do with our community at all, you know?
Everybody watching this from home on the toilet, I can smell it. I can smell it from here, and it's deeply unpleasant. I don't know. I also feel this fucking pressure on me. Like, other trans people kind of put this pressure on, like, we put this pressure on ourselves, on each other as a community, that, like, we need to hold ourselves up to a certain standard. We need to be squeaky clean and, like, kind of, like, presentable and sociable and, like, professional. Because we have to, like, our optics are so fucking bad because people just dismiss us out of pocket for being this, you know? We have to try so fucking hard to compensate and convince polite society that we are worth keeping around, that we aren't like just the freaks and the bottom feeders, you know, struggling to scrape by because of how, you know, like freakish we are.
Yeah.
I think it's okay for some people to be weird and freakish. Like, I've gone over this before. I should not be held up to a standard of like my entire, like the way that I exist makes me responsible for like my entire community, you know? Like, I really want to emphasize the individuality aspect of this, because we are a community, and I love my community. But god damn it, there is so much infighting and just...
We're not a monolith.
Yeah, we are not a monolith, and everyone is so fucking quick to just, like, if one trans person steps vaguely out of line, says something just a little too iffy, a little too questionable, and she just gets fucking dogpiled on the internet, gets completely fucking, like, bullied away by the other trans people who are so overprotective of their own identity. And let's be honest, a lot of it is just an ego thing. Like, y'all feel so powerless in your own lives that you desperately wish you had someone you could look down on, that you could kind of push around. And you don't have power over anyone else, so you just pick on, you know, the most vulnerable people, which is the people in your own community. And that's fucking sad. I am generally willing to give more grace to other trans people than, like, most other human beings. It's because, like, if you made it this far that you are trans, I think you can come back from whatever, like, shittiness you've done, you know? I mean, I was not a squeaky clean personality before I transitioned. I never was. I'm gay.
You were talking about how trans women are easier to forgive for their shittiness because they've already come so far in developing empathy as compared to people who somehow can't even accept transness, which means they have like a void of empathy, like they're just like a vacuum sucking it in, and like Kirby on your shirt.
It's true. Can't see
It says Hoshi no Kabi. That's why I knew it was him. But
that's incredible. There he is. Kirby. It's so fucked up. There's so many, like, repressed people in the trans community. I mean, there's so many different perspectives and different walks of life. I mean, generally speaking, I'm probably more inclined to trust someone who has, like, gotten, like, I don't want to say deeper into transition, like, medically, but, like, just someone who has been living as a trans person for, like, a while and gathered lots of perspective and lots of, like, experience of just how they navigate the world and how the world navigates them. There's a lot of... Oh, God. I gotta talk about the 4chan girls. 4chan is a fucking nightmare. So many of these people just doomer themselves to a point where they think that transition is pointless, because what's the point of transition if I'm just gonna be ugly as fuck? I don't want to be a bricked up GigaDonk. And I gotta tell y'all, grow the fuck up. Being ugly is not the end of the world. I mean, first of all, what even does ugly mean? I mean, y'all are just so coked up on, like, all this fucking, like, Hollywood propaganda shit. Like, conventional beauty standards are horseshit. It's all fiction. It's all fake. It's all garbage, and you should not give a fuck about that. Passing as a concept is so ridiculous and overplayed. What do you think passing even means? Because people treat it like it's a binary, like you either do or you don't, and if you don't, then you just might as well kill yourself, and that's ridiculous. It is so not that at all.
Can I do a short rant in this?
Absolutely.
Here, take this for a second. I just want to say...
Go off.
To girls, if you are on 4chan, first of all, get off. Second of all, why are you talking about that ever to anyone? Me being trans doesn't make me a safe space to admit you use 4chan. That's not a thing you should be doing or admitting to anyone. Don't ever talk to me about 4chan. People are like, 4chan went down. I was like, why do you know that? I literally was like, why do you know that? You should not be checking in on 4chan in 2025. Stop it. Alright? That's Nazi coding to me. I don't care if you're trans. Don't go on the Nazi website. That includes X. Get off there. Don't talk to me about X either. Don't tell me anything you saw on X. Don't link me anything on X. If it's not on Blue Sky, I don't fucking care. That's it.
Epic.
This is the real thinker pose. This is the 21st century thinker pose. You don't think on no toilet in the 21st century? Because you don't got no toilet. Because you don't got no house. Houses are an old world idea. Now you plank in the woods and shit yourself. You really got me by bringing up the 4chan girls. I was like,
yeah.
It drove me nuts. How many trans girls felt the need to report to me that 4chan was down? I was like, why do you even know?
I get a lot of that too. Like, but 4chan's not just a Nazi website. Like, I don't use it that way. If you don't go on poll, it's really not that bad. 4chan is one of the most, like, brain poisoning things on the planet. Like, if you are one of the trans girls on 4chan and you haven't transitioned yet, I'm sorry to be the one to tell this to you, but you have been fucking trapped.
Yeah.
Like, you have been,
it's
like,
contributing to your downfall.
Your life is being stolen from you.
Yeah.
Like, you have been fucking straight up brainwashed, I'm just telling you. Because they'll tell you, there's no point to life if you don't pass. Like, I have to ask you, what do you think? Like, do you think I pass? How often would you guess that I pass? Because if your answer is like, oh, you pass 100% of the time, you're a fucking passoid. First of all, you're stupid, because that's not how that works. If your answer is like...
Passoid? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't even... I'm sorry, it just took me for a second.
It's embarrassing to know that's a word that people say. Like, having this knowledge in my head is, like, kind of shit in its own way.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's, like, literally mind poison. Like,
yeah.
You should not be having those thoughts, because if you're looking at yourself through that lens, like, you're... First of all, no one else knows what the fuck you're talking about. Like, no other human in society is walking around talking about who is a passoid. So, like, that already is, like, part of the reason you're struggling, is that, like, those words...
That's a very big red flag. It's a very big red flag that you may be in a cult, or a cult-like mindset, when you start using the language of, like, these insular groups that do not participate in reality. Because let me tell you something. I've been transitioning for almost 4 years. I have been navigating the world in reality as a trans person the entire goddamn time. I did not pass for the first 9 months. My style was not fully developed. I kind of looked like shit some of the time because I didn't know how to style my hair properly. I didn't wear makeup. I put a lot of effort into, like, giving off the air of, like, the presence of girl. And it just straight up didn't work. Like, I tried everything with, like, the voice and the clothes, the hair and everything. And it didn't fucking click until I got bangs. Literally, that's it. Like, I have this fucking, like... Look at the shape of my face. Look how it changes when I got bangs. Rounder face.
You have a great face for wigs, also. I feel like you could wear some cool-ass wigs.
Thank you. I've worn a couple of wigs. The results are usually, like, mixed, but that's just because wigs are usually shit.
True.
With a good wig, I can fuck. I love killing people. I've been asked several times if I am currently wearing a wig. Like, I've been asked that by many people, and it always kind of strikes me as odd, because I'm like, I don't know if you're implying that, like, all trans women are just wearing, like, fake-ass wigs all the time. Like, do you not understand that, like, biologically, like, pretty much anyone can grow long hair? Like,
oh my god, maybe people don't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's so confusing. Like, the concept of a long-haired guy is they're like, I didn't know it was possible or something. Like, that would be so funny. I don't even want to try to get into cis people's minds. That's kind of, I think, the point you're making here is, like, it's so different. It feels like a mystery land, some kind of fantasy world.
They really are out there.
It's like hearing someone describe a light novel plot. It's like to hear a cis person's worldview.
I woke up in a cis person's body and I can't find my way in life. Poo. Diarrhea.
Oh no.
On the subject of passing is bullshit. Sometimes I pass, sometimes I don't. really what it comes down to is that it varies from person to person. Everyone has their own perception, everyone has their own idea of what a man or a woman or gender in general is supposed to be. And you don't fucking know until you talk to the person. Really, I do navigate life, like, typically no one notices that I'm trans because no one's really paying that much attention to me. They could figure it out if they were, like, you know, like, in the know, like, if they knew what signs to look for. But even then, those people are freaks for knowing that, and they are wrong, like, more than half the time. Also, the important thing to note is that this applies to you, yourself, as well. You have no fucking idea how well you would or would not pass. And going on the internet and posting pictures of yourself to ask people is not going to help, because it's just going to confirmation bias you into thinking one way or the other. Because guess fucking what? Like, it doesn't matter what the other people are telling you. Every single interaction you have in your entire goddamn life will be different. Some people will gender you correctly because they just, like, I don't know, like, it has so many determining factors.
They're like good people.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like they know, but like they're cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have no fucking idea, and it could be like because you put so much effort in, or it could just happen through no fucking like fault or reason of your own. Shit just happens sometimes, you know. I can usually pass if I just keep my voice to a minimum. Like, my voice is kind of a dead giveaway. I have a pretty goofy voice, but you know, even then, some people really can't tell the difference. Like, they're not investigating that.
Really pretty voice.
Making me lose my train of thought. All your fucking girl love. Little shit. At some point, you have to look inward and accept the fact that, you know, whether you'd be an ugly woman or not, being a woman is better than not transitioning at all. Or being, I mean, that doesn't just apply to trans women, that applies to all flavors of trans people. I don't know why I was speaking specifically to trans girls. I guess because the trans girls of 4chan are usually the ones that are the most, like, doomer about it. I don't usually see it, like, the other way. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the 4chan trans girls are, like, holdovers from the incel community. Like, they thought they were lonely dudes, and then they kind of realized they were trans, and then just switched over their life narrative from I am completely unfuckable to I am unfuckable because I can't pass as a trans woman.
I'm going to restart this clip because I have 5 minutes of you being adorable, and you can just intersect that randomly into the other clip. Mm-hmm. And also this part where I'm explaining it if you want, so that when people watch it back, they'll be like, oh, it's because Trixie told her to do it. It's not just the obvious natural way to do it.
Yeah.
If you hang out with trans people, like, at all, you will quickly discover there's no such thing as unfuckable. It's not real. You can definitely get laid in the trans community. If you can't, you're not trying. I promise you're not trying. You're really just not trying.
I mean, really, I don't know why you would want to base your self-worth off of, like, how badly other people want to have sex with you.
You really shouldn't. Also, yeah, it's not a good idea. I'm glad you also followed that up with that statement.
Because, yeah, like, that shit's wild to me. I don't know. I mean, it can be depressing when you, like, go out of your way to try finding a date and you just don't get any responses, but, like, I feel like that has, like, you can be attractive for any number of reasons. It doesn't always come down to, like, having the best looks. I would say for me, that's not even half of it. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, when I think someone has, like, a beautiful soul and, like, rich personality, their exterior becomes more beautiful to me because I see how their, like, interior self is expressed through that. Mm-hmm. Like Trixie, the dance you were doing a moment ago. That was one of the most beautiful fucking things I've ever seen. Aww. Like, I'm just, like, watching you move and thinking, like, this is, like, you just, like, pulled me into, like, a whole other world right now. Like, this is, like, I'm not on the same existential
crumbling, reduced to baby.
Why are you cute?
You do need it to express, you know, the trans joy to offset the message of, like, you know, hey, stop messing with those guys and, like, come over here and hang out with other trans girls, and, like, literally stop worrying about what, like, these dumbasses think.
Yeah.
Like, we could just be hanging, we could be and who right now here in the woods.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing a lot of scolding, but, like, the ultimate point I'm trying to get here is that you need to defeat that hate with love. Love is always the answer. Love is the answer to everything. Not that you should love the transphobes, but that you need to, like, get rid of them. Like, rather remove the negativity from your life and just add more love. I know that we're living through some dark times right now, believe me, it's fucking crazy. But lately, you know, despite how awful, like, politically everything is like falling apart, everything's getting worse and worse all the time out there, in here, right now, in this moment, I'm like the happiest I've ever been in a long fucking time. I am just out here vibing with one of my sweetest, dearest friends, Trixie the Golden Witch, and I'm having a fucking blast.
It really is cat time. Yeah, what that kid said.
That's powerful. So that's what I'm talking about. It's all of our positive energy. It's exploding out of our hearts into the world, and all those freaks over there are feeling it, and it's exploding out of them too.
I'm really feeling it.
Really feeling it! All those mutant children are feeling it too. Yay.
Is Super Smash Bros. Trans culture?
Now, I want to say no, but I think we know the truth.
I'm gonna cut it there.
Hey,
Hello.
I love you.
I love you too.